Oh, here we go. I call Dennis O'Rourke.
Mr Chairman, thank you. Good choice. Mr Chairman, I just rise to take a brief call to comment on the 3 SOPs which I have before me from the Green Party. And the first one is the simplest one, which just refers to the change of title. It is a very good suggestion that it should refer to the removal of one transitional measure simply because that's actually what it is. So I expect that everybody in the House would want to vote for that. New Zealand First would certainly support it. I wanted particularly, though, to speak in support of James Shaw's SOP, which effectively would abolish the phase-in period, which I spoke to in my second reading speech, in which I said that I saw no reason for such a very long phase-in period, or indeed any phase-in period at all. And Mr Chairman, I also said, and I say again now, that many businesses and local government and the people of New Zealand generally want to see strong leadership on this. And they won't understand or accept or wish to support a 3-year phase-in period for any of the reasons which were given by the Minister when she spoke about this a few minutes ago. There is in fact no justification that I can see for such a very long delay in implementing this actually very simple measure. And the reason for that is quite simply that businesses have known for a long time now that the current arrangements were transitional. So if they haven't seen the writing that's on the wall, then the fault is theirs. But I think they're ready for it. And I said that I'd been recently to a forum in Christchurch in which I was pleased to hear businesses talk about their readiness to take actions that they can do to assist in the achievement of New Zealand's objectives in reducing greenhouse emissions, to avoid sea level rise and all the other adverse effects, and to achieve the obligations which this country has signed up to in the Paris Agreement. So the upshot of all that is actually no time is really needed. And all it does is to show the government's weakness when it comes to the implementation of even this very minor, very straightforward and obviously needed measure to end those transitional arrangements. No more time is needed, and in fact, a little bit of a shock to the business community wouldn't do any harm because it will galvanise them into action, and I don't accept that there would really be any significant harm to those businesses or to New Zealand's trading position as a result of doing that. So for those reasons, New Zealand First would have no hesitation in supporting this SOP to abolish the phase-in period. And the other SOP which we would also support is Kennedy Graham's one relating to Clause 3 and the alternative words which are used there to improve the ability of the NZETS to fulfil its statutory purpose of helping New Zealand meet its international obligations under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change 1992 in the light of the Paris Agreement signed by New Zealand on 23 April 2016 is a good and proper statement of the purpose for this measure and points to the way things need to go in the future. So I'll end it there, Mr Chairman, but New Zealand First, for those reasons, will have no hesitation in supporting all 3 of those SOPs, and I hope and expect the government will see the light and do so as well.